Hey, how's it going everybody? Devin here again with CountryGuitarOnline.com. Got another awesome lesson for y'all today. We're going to teach you how to play Rye Whiskey. This is an old folk song that's been around for a really long time. It's been redone several different ways. Some people played it on fiddle, some played it on the banjo. Today we're going to do it on guitar. We're going to teach you how to play the whole thing, really cool version of it. And this is a great lesson for the beginners out there too, because we're going to start out playing this very simple strumming pattern. And then we're going to build upon it just a little bit to get to a little more intermediate strumming pattern with the right hand. And so anyways, let's get straight to this lesson. Let's zoom in here and let's first start going over the strumming pattern. Okay, so we're going to be going over this song in the key of C, and we're going to be playing nice standard open chords. We got a C major, we got an A minor, and then an F major. And 3 chords, and that's it. Those are the only ones in this whole song, so it makes it pretty simple. And the strumming, as far as the strumming pattern goes, let's start out playing the C major chord. And the most basic strumming pattern that you can use for this song is just to do 3 downstrokes and repeat that over and over again. 1, 2, 3, and repeat. 1, 2, 3. Jagged diamonds, no you of old. And so that's it. That's the simplest way to strum this. And this song is in 3/4 time, which is also referred to by a lot of people as waltz time. And 3/4 time is very simple. If you're not used to looking at sheet music, basically you'll see a 3 on top of a 4. And that means there's 3 beats per measure. And when I say measure, looking at a sheet of tablature, you'll see the bar lines throughout the music. 1 measure is everything within 2 of those bar lines, so that one little section right there. And a lot of people will refer to measures as bars, saying bar like 1 bar instead of saying 1 measure. Saying 1 bar is kind of like a slang way to say measure, because technically a bar is the bar line, the vertical line, but same thing. I always like to say bar because it keeps it simple. And so anyways, there's 3 beats per measure or per bar in this song. 1, 2, 3. Just like what we were talking about. And when you do that, emphasize the first beat of those 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Just gives it more of a better flow for this song. Jagged diamonds, no you've old. And so that's the simplest way to strum this thing. So let's kick it up 1 more notch and let's do a little extra with that right hand. Let's do now, instead of just 3 downstrokes, we're going to do pick, down, down. So pick, down, down, and repeat that over and over again. Pick, down, down, pick, down, down, pick, down, down. And that pick is on the bass note of the C major chord here. And the bass note for this, just a standard C major, is going to be the root note of the chord, which is the C right there on the 5th string, 3rd fret. So pick, down, down. That's the way, this is my favorite way to strum the song, is doing the pick, down, down method, because I think it adds a little more of that folk sound to the song. Jagged diamonds, no you've old. And so where you do the pick, it all depends on what chords you're playing. And a lot of times I like to use alternating, pick on alternating bass notes, or alternate the string that I'm doing the pick on. And so playing the C major chord, for example, I'll show you how I really like to play this one, or strum this one, I mean. And so I like to do the first pick on the 5th string, and then do 2 downs. And then the next pick I like to do on the 4th string, and then 2 more downs. And then go back to picking on the 5th string, and then go to the 4th again. So 5th, 4th, 5th, 4th. Kind of nice. nice sound to add in that alternating bass note. Jack of diamonds, you know you of old. And so when you switch to the A minor, you do the picks on the exact same strings. So pick on the 5th string again, and then pick on the 4th, pick 5th, 4th. And so that's what I like to do over the A minor. And then so moving on, and we're gonna go over the chord progression here in a second, but bear with me as we go through the strumming pattern real quick. And so for the 3rd chord, the F, really, you're not gonna play the full chord. You could play the full chord if you wanted to and just do pick, down, down, just like the rest of these, but it sounds really good in this particular song to do this little walk down bass note melodic line here. Right there. You hear that throughout the whole song, and that's when you're playing the F chord, or that is the F chord part. And so let me lead into that F just so you can hear it with the rest of the song. Sorry. Walk down on the F, back to the C. And so that little walk-downs are just so common in country and bluegrass and folk music. And if you're newer to this type of stuff, I would highly recommend practicing this type of rhythm guitar technique. And so the walk down that we're doing here, we're going to start out, we got our left ring finger right there on the 4th string, 3rd fret, which is the actual F note right there. And so we're going to do 1 pick on that, and then we're going to walk down to our middle finger on the 2nd fret, and then we're going to walk 1 more step down to the open string, and that's it. And so when you do that, also you want to try to catch with your pick the 2 strings here, the 4th string and the 3rd string. So both of those strings, kind of picking them at the same time, all downstrokes. Oops. And that's what you're going to be playing over the F major chord. And go to the C. And so the reason this works so well, this walk down, is because what we're doing is we're walking down the bass note melody line. So basically walking down the notes of the scale. So from the F to the E to the open D, and then finish with the C chord. Because if you really think about it, it's the reverse of the alphabet basically. F, E, or sorry, I gotta think backwards. F, E, D, C. Because if you said it the other way around, C, A, B, C, D, E, F would be walking up. So that's why that works really well. It's because these walk downs and walk ups are used to kind of lead you from one chord to the next. And so instead of just switching directly from the F major chord to the C now, you walk down that scale to get from the F to the C in a nice melodic way. So anyways, that's pretty much how you strum all these chords, I guess. So let's get into the chord progression, and I'll give you all a few extra tips here. So the chord progression is pretty straightforward for this song. Basically, it's the same thing repeated over and over again with a couple slight differences between the verses and the choruses. And so let's start by going over the verses here. And so basically, in each verse, we've got one little section of a chord progression that's repeated twice. And so you play that one section twice, and that's one verse. And so let's go over what that one little section is right here. So on the screen, you'll see the chords written out. Each of those letters is held out for 3 counts. So that represents, each letter represents 1 bar or 1 measure. So here's the first, the little section that's repeated twice in the verse. That's what it sounds like. And let's do the pick downs and the walk down thing over the F like we just went over. So here we go. Jack of diamonds, know you've old A minor, C, D, F, C. That was kind of rough. I was trying to say the chords and sing it, but it didn't work out. Let me play that one more time with just the chords. Jack of diamonds. And so that right there is repeated twice, and that is the full verse. So let's play the first verse with the words just so you can hear it all together. So here we go. Jack of diamonds, I know you've old. You've robbed my poor pockets of silver and gold. It's whiskey, you villain, been my downfall. You've kicked me, you've cuffed me, but I love you for all. And then that's where the verse ends, and it leads into the chorus now. And so as far as the choruses go, the choruses are pretty much the exact same as the verse. The only difference is that you'll see there when you switch to the A minor, there's 2 extra measures of A minor. So that's the first difference. And then the second difference is there at the end, when you play the last C, there's 2 extra measures of the C. And so that's it. It's basically the verse plus those 2 differences right there. And so let me just play over it with the no singing just so you can get an idea. Whiskey. Okay, and one more time with the singing. It's whiskey, rye whiskey, whiskey I've cried. If I don't get rye whiskey, I surely will die. Kind of messed that up there, but you get the idea. So here's one more time. It's whiskey, rye whiskey I cry. If I don't get rye whiskey, I surely will die. And so that's it. That's how you play the chorus. So it's pretty much the entire song. The only other thing that you need to know is the intro. What I like to do for the intro is play 1 round of the chorus chord progression. And there you have the intro. Later in another video we'll go over kind of a little more intermediate way to add a little extra to your right hand strumming during the intro, but that's in another video. And then one more thing that you need to know, those instrumental breaks, there's 2 ways to kind of do those instrumental breaks. First way is you can play a full complete round of the chord progressions, starting with the verse, those 2 sections, and then the chorus. So play that entire thing for the instrumental break. Or if you think that drags on a little bit too much, and which I think kind of that does sometimes, I like to just play 1 round of the chorus chord progression for the instrumental break. And so that's my favorite way to do it. I think it kind of keeps the song going a little bit more. But if you're playing with other musicians that are all playing instruments and they all like to jam, sometimes it's more fun to take those longer breaks. All depends. So anyways, that's pretty much how you play this entire song. If you want to know the words, we've got a complete PDF of the chords and the lyrics here at countryguitaronline.com. And you can also Google for these lyrics out there, just because it's such a common old traditional song. So anyways, that's how you play the simple version of Rye Whiskey. If you have any questions on that, just drop in the comment box below this video. And if you're interested in checking out the more intermediate version of the intro and the instrumental breaks, head over to countryguitaronline.com. Got some awesome videos over there and some other resources for this song. So anyways, thanks a lot for sticking around, and I'll see y'all at the next lesson.